You, right now, listening to this video, might be winning a large chunk of silver for free. 2 of you, actually, so your chances just doubled. All you have to do is click one button. Subscribe. Once we hit 100,000 subscribers, I'm going to jump out of an airplane and announce the 2 winners mid-flight with a GoPro attached to my helmet so you could watch it all unfold. I'm going skydiving in celebration of 100,000 subscribers so you can celebrate winning while I'm literally falling out of the sky, hopefully not to my death. Make sure you don't miss it because this will be a beautifully horrific sight to see.
Connection established.
The silver shortage is no joke, and there is nothing we can do about it. Silver is used in everything and anything, and there truly is nothing we can do. We are too deep in the hole, already setting record-breaking supply deficits, and continuing forwards every single year will be another record being broken, hundreds of millions of ounces in the red. Numbers don't lie. You could speculate or assume all you want, saying that it's not as severe as it is, but I'm about to show you a chart right here that not only shut up the naysayers, but shocked the experts as well. We are going to break down 2 different YouTube videos. This one is titled Silver, the New Oil, the Next Uranium from Peter Krauth, breaking this down, the reality of what actually happened compared to all of these people assuming what silver would do. And the next one from Keith Neumeyer, the CEO of First Majestic Silver, he is a silver miner, posting a video or this interview titled Silver Deficits Running Hard. This is not a joke, folks. Check out these numbers, what people thought would happen versus what really happened, and keep in mind how important silver is. They thought supply would be up this year. They thought, oh, production's going to be going upwards. We'll be doing better. But no, it was actually down 2%. Their forecast was supply would be up 2%, helping the shortage. It was down 2%. They said, okay, industrial demand will be up 4%. It was double that. Industrial demand was up 8%. The revisions are what the numbers actually were. Solar demand almost broke above 200 million ounces. The revision was 50 million ounces higher than what they thought. They thought the supply deficit would be 142 million ounces, which is insane itself. But last year's supply deficit was 194 million ounces just last year alone, not given the previous year that also broke records. So given this context, along with the rising silver demand, we are in a situation. Remind you, why are we trying to go solar? Why are we trying to use EVs now? Because global warming and climate change is real, to some at least. We're trying to go green to save the planet, but we don't have enough silver for that to happen. And Keith Neumeyer mentions in this interview why silver's price is so important for mining. Unfortunately, the audio is not picking up in the editing software when I screen record this. Pretty upset because he brings up some good points, but I could still mention while he's talking what he's saying. Well, he goes into how these deficits continue and look to keep getting worse as time goes on, which is very, very concerning. But then he goes into why is silver's price still flat with such large deficits? He goes into COMEX corruption. He mentions that the draining of ETFs and futures exchanges is here, but not only just the COMEX or the LBMA or the Shanghai Gold Exchange, it's all of them together. He goes into the inventory, shows these charts, but look at these percentages that he's about to pull up. This is alarming. When you think about how much silver we need, how much there's left of it, which is barely any, and when you confirm this with these vaults actually showing their inventory, that's where you really start to see things play out. That's the Shanghai silver inventory going down, silver ETF holdings going down. But then you see a correlation from in the past when silver was, let's say, $50 what was going on, or when the millions of ounces or were in the billions of ounces and what was happening with silver's price. So let's look at here. This is the registered silver way, way, way down. You see the Shanghai Gold Exchange down 73%. COMEX is down 70%. LBMA vaults are down 32%. These are the biggest vaults that hold silver. So when people say, oh, there's plenty of silver, no, there's not. And you know what people are doing? They're buying it and they're holding it. So not only is there not much silver left, most silver gets thrown away, but also the people that have it aren't even letting go of it. Producers will turn into consumers, but there he goes into silver versus other commodities. See how it's that white line has a yellow arrow pointing upwards? That is silver catching up with the rest. That is silver looking to explode. He even uses the word silver setting up to explode, as everything else kind of already did its thing. But he even goes more into proof of this, looking like silver, or silver looking like Bitcoin and uranium. Silver equity market resembles that of uranium in 2022. It's stupidly cheap. Rick Rule said that. You see Bitcoin, you see uranium. They were very cheap and they both exploded, and this is looking like silver is next up to do just this. But it's not just speculation or assumption. There is fact after fact after point, proof over proof, evidence and more evidence showing this. It's not just a theory. And that is really, I think, one of the most important things that these seminars or these webinars or these interviews or podcasts or articles, data, it's all proof. We're not going off of speculation. Now, Keith Neumeyer's video is obviously not going to work either, unfortunately, but he goes into some very important things, silver attracting a broader market. He goes into the deficits, like I was mentioning. He's a huge advocate for, or not even an advocate, that's the wrong word, but he openly mentions the silver shortage. He is someone I've covered a lot of that mentions, we do not have enough silver. We don't have enough silver. If you think we have enough silver to go green, you're living in La La Land. He didn't say that, but someone else. I think David Morgan said that or someone. But whole point is, we don't have enough. Anyone who says we do, they don't know what they're talking about, or they haven't put in the hours upon days of research like myself and these other people have. And that's the difference. Someone sent me an email saying, you got some naysayers that said that if silver is so useful, why isn't the price that high? Why isn't copper's price just as high? There's so much that this person that said this doesn't understand. Silver is irreplaceable. Silver is the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity, electricity, and light sensitivity. Nothing can replace silver. We're talking about elements on the periodic table. Silver arrives here from meteors and asteroids and comets. It's not made in the Earth's crust. There's nothing else we're going to find that it just can replace silver. Copper is a close second in terms of electrical conductivity, but the amount of silver or amount of copper isn't even worth it. And I've covered many, many articles. It's actually much more efficient and cost effective to just continue to use silver. And actually, with AI breaking out, silver is used in AI chips. That's going to push production higher. And not only just that, these new electric vehicles, or the way they're expanding them and upgrading them, requires even more silver. So he talks about solar being the 800-pound gorilla in the room. He actually uses that reference. But not only just solar, EVs as well. Every single automobile company by the year 2030 will be an EV. So if silver, we know, is suppressed, we know price manipulation is real, there's data showing how it's manipulated. Literally, you could see the holdings or the markets being drained, and you could see why and how it happens. And when it happens, you can literally see silver's price will do something very sporadic over the weekend. That's spoofing. That is placing false buy or sell orders on exchanges, canceling the order before it goes through. It's highly illegal. 3 of JP Morgan's employees got sent to prison for doing this, and you'll see this happen little periods at a time. Little periods at a time. But there's also a much bigger form of corruption going on as well, where prices are held down for much more sinister reasons. But also, like Ted Butler mentioned, the fundamentals will always overweigh any type of suppression. So for someone who might not know how critical of a role silver plays, or how much silver we need and how much is left, right? Not only how much is left, but how much we're digging up out of the Earth's crust, and how much silver is being thrown away, and how silver is a byproduct. It's found by accident, and nobody's looking for silver, and there's not much silver left, and they're looking for gold, lead, zinc, and copper. They're even looking for copper. So trying to compare copper, why isn't copper? Copper is plentiful. It's plentiful. It doesn't play the role silver does, and it's nowhere near as critical of an element. But that's not even the point, though. The point is that silver is the thing that everyone needs to go green that we don't have enough of. You can't say that for everything else. Maybe lithium, but to the extent of silver, no. Lithium's not the most highly conductive metal for thermal conductivity and electricity. You don't see Elon Musk buying a lithium mine. He bought a silver mine. You don't see all these billionaires buying lithium or copper. They're buying silver. You don't see banks buying record amounts of gold and lithium or gold and copper. They're buying silver. And it's not out of pure coincidence or it's not irony. There's a reason. So I hope you guys understand how truly undervalued silver is. I like this saying that Rick Rule is good friends with Andy Schectman. But this is so important. Looking at the Bitcoin chart and looking at the uranium. Silver equity market resembles that of uranium in 2022. It's stupidly cheap, just like Bitcoin as well, back before the boom. People will be looking back on this video just like they look back and wishing they bought Bitcoin when it was $20, or wishing they listened to me when I was telling people to buy Bitcoin when it was $800. I was. A lot of people told me I was stupid. They said, don't listen to me, I don't know what I'm talking about. And I was telling people, buy Bitcoin when it was $800. There's videos of me on Coinbase with the exchange open. You can see Bitcoin's price, $800. And I'm telling people how to buy Bitcoin on Coinbase when it was $800. And now it's what, $70,000? I told people to buy it at $800, and now it's $70,000. But I don't know what I'm talking about right now? Okay, folks. Yep, I don't know anything, even though I've been doing this for over a decade. And the naysayers are the ones that haven't even seen one video of mine. They probably looked 3 minutes into one of my videos, have no idea what I know or what I've mentioned or the context behind it, and want to be the smartest person in the room with that false ego, actually making themselves look like the foolish ones. But anyways, I hope you guys keep an open mind, and I hope you guys are protecting your wealth. And this isn't even about an investment. It's securing your wealth as the dollar collapses. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.